Hi lovelies! Hashtag time! And this time this is Tarot Obsessed. Hashtag Tarot Obsessed by Katey Flowers. And there are 16 questions and let's just jump right in. The first question is, what was your very first tarot deck? My very first tarot deck was my self-handmade Rider White. These are the backs that I printed out the black and white lines from somewhere online and colored them myself with pencils and then cut out and glued on the cardboard. I don't know, beautiful cardboard, and then covered with the self-adhesive book cover thing. Then I cut them out and I had a deck of cards. So, what is your current favorite tarot deck? My current favorite, if I have to pick just one, is the Pagan Otherworlds Tarot, which is also one of my recent decks. I think I got this a little more than a month ago. So Pagan Otherworlds is my current favorite. Next, what is your most used tarot deck? Now I have to show two because they both get equal amount of use, and these are the Druidcraft Tarot, which I've trimmed. Sorry for the so the Druidcraft Tarot, which I trimmed and etched in old bronze Druidcraft, and Greenwich Tarot. They are both equally used the most. Next question, number 4. What is your least used tarot deck right now? Is the Hermetic Tarot, which I only looked through but haven't even shuffled yet because I haven't had time to sit with it and look through everything it has hidden in the plain sight there. So this is the least used right now. Number 5. How did you learn to read tarot? I made my own deck and learned during that, and while drawing I just understood what all this means, and later, much later, I kind of went and read some books about it and compared the Arthur Edward White's pictorial key to the now known depictions, and there are so many quite many discrepancies there, but I was pleasantly surprised. I got these meanings right without a book while I was drawing this deck, coloring, because of the details, and I had time for each card, and it just came really easy for me. So this is how I learned to read tarot. Next question is number 6. What do you use tarot for? I read for clients, for myself. Sometimes I use the cards, mindfully picked cards for I forgot the word, the like spell casting. No, it's not spell casting, it is like affirmations thing, and spell casting ish. I keep some cards out and focus on them, and I use the monthly card from the last year's Wheel of the Year spread, and so on. So, and I teach with showing the cards and using them, but mainly reading still, for myself and for clients, and sometimes for the family or, well, other people. Now, number 7. How do you read tarot? Intuition or book? I must say intuition, because I haven't read most of the tarot deck books that come with the decks. I usually just look through the additional part of the lore and the other things. Some decks I need to look more into what they mean, like the Wildwood Tarot. I reach for the book sometimes, and I think I will have to do that with the Hermetic Tarot and some decks, but that differ. And if I don't get things just looking at them, I sometimes just confirm or check what the book is saying about the particular card, but usually just I go with the flow, and I read what I see and what I feel and something like that. So, number 8, do you use spreads? Not spreads much. I have certain spreads worked out that I use the most. I seldom use other spreads. I sometimes derive my own spreads and add something to them, again with going with the flow when the situation looks like needs a different kind of spread. I just invent it when I go, and I don't use set spreads usually, and I don't try out every spread out there. I have tried some, they are interesting, but never have any of them stuck, and I'm still using my own things. Next, number 9, do you mix tarot with other divination systems? When reading, sometimes with oracle cards, sometimes with another tarot deck. When using for other purposes, like the affirmation thing, then I use with runes or the how are they called now? The crystals. How are crystals called? Well, yep, this is how I use them mainly. Now, number 10. What makes a great tarot deck? This is hard question, I think. What makes great cardstock? Because artwork and some click with something, others don't, and the variety is so big, everyone probably finds themselves something. So far, all decks I have decided to keep and have are great to me. The only difference I feel is the cardstock, really, and this is only technical, not the actual deck thing. I think art wise everything goes. Okay, number 11. How important to you is that a deck stick to the tarot system? Define system. Do you mean Rider-Waite system or what system? Because there are Marseille system, for me at least they are systems, and when I have decks that follow Rider-Waite, I have decks that follow Marseille or the old Italian pip style, but Pagan Otherworlds is like with pips, but Rider-Waite for me, again a system. And some decks I have are like so to speak bastards of two systems, and these are great too. This is a matter of taste, I think, or how much you are willing to be flexible. And for me it's not that important that a one deck must be this one system. But like Wildwood, it is just its own system. It follows its own system. I don't see anything from Rider-Waite or other systems there, and this is totally okay and quite popular deck also, so it doesn't matter. The system doesn't matter to me. Number 12. Do you have any backup decks? Yes, I have backup decks for my most used ones, which are the Green Witch, the Druidcraft, and the Wildwood. These three have backups, and I'm not sure. I would love to have backup for the Pagan Otherworlds, but I'm lucky to even get this one, so I'm golden. I don't need any other backups, but the most used ones will get backups, and I'm planning to get more of these because they get worked a lot, and I can't imagine them going out of print, and I can't get any when I need in the future, because these decks will stick with me for the rest of my life. Okay, next question is the number 13. Do you have any unusual, unique decks? No, I have pretty generic decks. The most unique deck is my self-made deck. This is the one of a kind I can say there's only one of those in the universe. I don't have any out of print decks or the really hard to get decks. To my luckiness, I don't like many of them, and I probably am not craving for anything unusual. I don't want any decks that I can't use because they are too friggin' expensive for me to even touch them. It just stays in the back of the head that this is so unique I can't even use it, but decks are tools for me, and I'm sure not going to have any expensive stuff that I am afraid of using. So next question is number 14. What's your current deck crush? Like I said in the second question, what is my current favorite? Deck crush is like the same, and this is the Pagan Otherworlds, but equally the Le Tarot Noir, which both are just amazing tarot decks. These ones are just something else, and I'm crushing hard for these two. Next question, 15. Do you read reversals? Depends. 50-50 I do, and sometimes I don't, but it just depends. But in general, yes, I do reversals also. It depends how I feel. Do I need this time use the reversals? Then I just flip the deck and shuffle it, reversals in, and do it this way. And last question, 16. If you could only use one deck, which would it be? There's no such thing as only one deck. I have culled my collection lately, and there are so many decks that fill certain holes or purpose, so I can't imagine having only one deck. I can't choose. I really can't choose. And I can't choose because of current tarot crush, maybe overruling something else, but if I could really have to abandon everything and can grab only one deck with me. This is so hard. What would I take? I think if the situation is this desperate and I have to run with one deck only, then I would totally reach for this one. I would take this one because the magical forest, because if the times are like take one deck and run, then I sure need some type of cuddling after that, and this deck would be the one that would keep would help to keep my insanity. Maybe is the best way to put it. Otherwise, I just could not live with only one deck. Yep, this was the hashtag Tarot Obsessed by Katey Flowers, and thank you for watching. Bye.